Well, you know what? That playoff stint was short-lived, don't you think? Boston wins, Leafs lose, so therefore we're back to 2 points behind them. However, Leafs lost to Montreal, 5-3 at the Air Canada Center, and yeah, it was a rough one. You know what? The team battled hard all game long. I gotta commend them for that. They played really well. But the one thing the Leafs do not have that Montreal does have, Carey Price. His numbers don't suggest that he had a ridiculous game. But come on, how many quality chances did the Leafs have that he made it look easy and, pretty much got them the win on those big saves? A lot of chances. The shots were 36-31 in favor of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you know what? I thought the Leafs played a really good game, except for, what was it? The first few minutes of each period, really, right? I mean, first period, 20 seconds in, Pacioretty scores. 3:47 in, Lehkonen scores. Shots under 5 minutes. Let's not talk about the Leafs yet. 2 seconds left, Scherbak scores. 36 seconds into the next period, Radulov scores. 3:51 into the third, Michael McCarron scores. Every single goal was in the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes of the period. Nothing else was in the middle. I've talked about Freddie Andersen a lot this year, about how a lot of the games are not his fault. He's looked good, but there's the defensive collapse for him. Yeah, I'm not going to really try and commend him on this game. He had a rough few goals there that pretty much cost it, especially the last goal to Michael McCarron. That is one you have to have. And the Leafs, after they scored the 4-3 goal, I thought, you know what, maybe the Leafs get that late period goal. Maybe. They have a full third period to go. Throw a pile on everything. You have a chance to score a goal. But then they scored to make it 5-3, and I'm like, yeah, that feels like it to me. But if we're taking positives out of the game, the Bozak-JVR Marner line had a fantastic game. Tyler Bozak scores the first goal for the Leafs, assisted by Mitch Marner and JVR. So there's Bozak's 9th goal of the year. He's almost in double figures. And as we said in the last video, Nazem Kadri looking on to build a career year in goals. He's 4 goals away from that. He's now at 16 goals. He scores his first of the game, assisted by Mitch Marner and JVR once again. So those guys having great nights. And then the third goal was scored by James Van Riemsdyk, assisted by Mitch Marner and Nikita Zaitsev. So big nights for JVR and Mitch Marner. You could throw Bozak in there because he had a couple. He had a goal as well in there. So yeah, I mean, just a really tough game. The Leafs didn't look bad. They really didn't. But, a couple, you could say maybe bad bounces, but a couple goals that Freddie Andersen probably wants back. And it's a whole new game. But it's the learning curves, right? Freddie's not going to be perfect every single game. He was in the last game, other than the 2 goals, which sucked, but his numbers still suggested that he had a very good game, and he did have a very good game overall. But the Leafs got to learn, and this is really becoming a theme through all the games. The first 5 minutes of each period and the last 5 minutes of each period, for all 3 periods, seem to be the Leafs' Achilles heel. That's what it seems to be. Montreal came out firing in this one and scored, well, as we went through pretty much the first few minutes of every darn period. In the last game, last 5 minutes of the third period, New Jersey scores 2, And, it just seems to be a reoccurring theme. They're not opening periods well or closing them well. And that's something that a young team is going to have to grow on and develop. And yes, it sucks to watch, but it's going to happen, guys. I mean, it's going to happen. Does it suck to watch it happen? Oh, of course. Did Mike Babcock, guys, when we hired Mike We as in like, did we hire Mike Babcock? No, we didn't. When Brendan Shanahan hired Mike Babcock and the Leafs brass, whoever you want to name, when they hired him, what was the word he used? Pain. It was going to be painful. Not just the 1 year. It wasn't going to be 1 year, bang, we're right back in it. It's not going to be like that. We may maybe get into the playoffs this year. Great. Will we make a lot of noise? Hey, thank you. Maybe. I don't know. But we can't think we make the playoffs this year. Boom. Every single year. Playoff. This team it's going to have kinks. They're just going to have to figure it out. But what the Leafs do need, and we're going to continue to say it, I think it's been something that's been going on all year. The trade talks with JVR, Cam Fowler, all that kind of stuff. The Leafs need a defenseman. You know, as much as Freddie Andersen's been good, and I like a lot of the defense guys we have right now, we need another one. You know, and like Cam Fowler would be perfect, but, you know, we don't know what the asking price is for such guy. So, I mean, special teams was, you know, as we said in the last video, special teams was a great thing of why the Leafs won. However, in this one, they were, hey, come on, focus on me. Hello. Hey, Bozo, focus. Hey, we're back. That must have looked really weird on your guys' angle. Just a lot of this and a lot of like this. So that's gonna be a pretty one. Maybe it'll turn into a thumbnail. You guys will see that probably beforehand, and it might be a gross one. But hey, why not? It's entertaining, right? So, like we were saying before we were rudely interrupted, special teams were an issue in this one. The Leafs had 2 goals, great, but they had 7 power plays. I would have liked to score another one. But Montreal was 2 for 5 on the power play, and the 2 of those goals, I think at one point they were 2 for 2 on the power play, and that's just not going to cut it. I mean, it's not, you know, and the Leafs do have a really good penalty kill, special teams-wise, on the road. So it seems like at home, it's weird. Special teams is not the Leafs' forte. It's weird. However, they did win in faceoffs. You know, I gotta give the Leafs credit on that one. 55.7% on the draws against the Montreal Canadiens team with mechanics. Yeah, there's some pretty good faceoff guys. Obviously, some injuries, but they beat them in that category. So you know what? It sucked to lose to Montreal because it always does. But we gotta think where the Leafs are going, and they looked good, other than some goals. So you know what, guys? That's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Comment down below what you guys thought of the game. You know, what was your opinions on all of it? And, you know, what do you think's a trade the Leafs can make to improve the team? We know we need a defenseman. What's your suggestion? So, you know what? That's going to do it. And we'll talk to you guys. My goodness, the Leafs have some days off. I'm just looking. Next Friday. Almost a full week off. I'm gonna relook at this real quick. Hang on. All right, so Saturday's today, Sunday no, Monday no, Tuesday no, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, Friday in New York to take on the Rangers. 5-6 days off. Welcome back. You're facing the Rangers. Oh God. That's gonna be a doozy, guys. So we'll talk to you guys then, and we'll also talk to you guys tomorrow night. Raptors edition. Raptors, Rockets. We'll talk to you guys then. See ya.